This is the story of a man who made a great discovery almost exactly 100 years ago, when Japan was undergoing tremendous change. His name was Kikunai Ikeda, the man who discovered the fifth taste, umami. It was a discovery made possible by the fateful meeting of many people. At the dawn of Japan's westernization, many patriotic young Japanese traveled abroad in search of knowledge. Many of them, including Ogai Mori and Shibasaburo Kitasato in the field of medicine, and Rentaro Taki in music, chose to go to Germany. At that time, Germany was at a turning point. It had become one of the world's top steel producers. It had succeeded in developing synthetic indigo. In fact, it was poised to surpass Great Britain as the world's greatest economic power. This was the Germany that one Japanese man traveled far across the sea to visit. Arriving in Leipzig in the fall of 1899, that man was Kikunai Ikeda.
Sponsored by the Japanese government, I arrived in Germany to study chemistry. At that time, Germany led the world in the sciences.
Leipzig had been a commercial, financial, and publishing center since medieval times.
I enrolled in Leipzig, the second oldest university in Germany. Goethe had studied here. Now it was my turn to study chemistry with the great Professor Ostwald.
Ostwald was an eminent professor at the University of Leipzig, who would win the Nobel Prize for Chemistry in 1909.
I was astonished by the laboratory, which had been completed only a year before. Here I found the most advanced equipment in the world, very different indeed from the poorly equipped labs in Japan.
Sich selbst zur Atomistik stellt. Fechner, der ehemalige Schüler Schellings.
In the first lecture, I understood about a third of the words and about half the content. In the second and third lectures, I understood about half the words and 80 to 90% of the content.
Hat gerade seine Atomlehre dazu benutzt, der Philosophie einen Absagebrief zu schreiben.
Hampered not only by the language barrier, but also a short stature that allowed him to fit comfortably in a child's raincoat, Ikeda suffered a sense of physical inferiority in this foreign land.
Und unter Zuführung von Kaliumpermanganat
I immersed myself in my studies. I was acutely aware of my devotion to Japan and my duty to advance her interests.
Und haben schon die erste Reaktion. Ja?
Chemistry wasn't the only subject that Ikeda learned from Ostwald, who also had a deep knowledge of music.
I was abashed by the greatness of this country, and I realized that the strong physique of the German people was due to their diet. I couldn't help but wonder why the Japanese build was so small and frail in comparison.
Professor Ostwald.
Ja.
Professor Ostwald. In Bert in Japan mein Leben, dem Fortschritt der Chemie widmen.
Herr Ikeda, ich werde Sie
und ihr Land aus der Ferne nicht aus dem Auge lassen.
Ajinomoto